Okay, vibes. Ooh, please ignore the sweat. I just came from outside. It's very warm out. Wow, who would have thought 2024, the year that I restart my YouTube channel? Not me, certainly not me, but yet, here we are. Hello YouTube, my name is Tama. If you've not been here before, because you probably haven't, because this is my first video in a long time, my channel doesn't have any sort of particular vibe to it. However, what I'm planning on doing this summer and the upcoming months, I have a little bit of extra time on my hands and I thought it would be really fun to do some book stuff on here. I am an English major, so I do know what I'm talking about just a little bit, but hopefully I can read a bunch of books, put some reviews on here because I just love talking about my favorite things, and one of my favorite things is for sure books. So what we are doing today is a haul from the Boston Public Library. If you don't know, which you probably don't, every couple months they do a huge book sale where they have books for $1 a piece, and so I love to go. It, of course, helps support the library, and I can get some really cool books out of the bargain. So I have my giant Boston Public Library bag, and we are just gonna get right into it. Oh, before I begin, I did check out 2 new books while I was there. So these I did not buy. However, I'm very excited to get into them. The first one is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I've read 2 of her other books. You probably know about them. They're pretty famous. We have Yellowface, which I read this past spring, and I have read Babel. I read Babel last summer, so I'm very excited. I hope to read the whole Poppy War series this summer. I have heard really good things, and I really love fantasy, so I think this is gonna be right up my alley. The next book I bought next book I borrowed, the last book I borrowed, is called Mortal Follies. This is by Alexis Hall. I have watched the new season of Bridgerton recently, or at least part 1, and I was really loving it, but I wanted something that was a similar vibe, but gay. It is in fact June 1st when I'm recording this, so happy Pride Month, everyone. And I needed, the historical romance vibes, but from with a queer love interest, and that is what this book is. It also has magic in it, I hear. The back says, a young noblewoman must pair up with an alleged witch to ward off a curse in this irresistible sapphic romance from the best-selling author of Boyfriend Material. So if you've read Boyfriend Material, same author. And this is in the year 1814, and it has, I believe, fairies, or at least I've heard that Puck is the narrator, Puck from the Shakespeare play, as well as Titania and Oberon, I believe. So it's got some classic elements to it, and I'm very excited to start this one. It's fairly short too. How many pages are we looking at? 392, so it's not super long, and it looks fairly easy to read, so really excited for that. I'm trying to get into a little bit more romance this summer. I don't really read romance usually, so trying to broaden my horizons a little bit. So those are the books I checked out, but now we can finally get into the books that I bought. First off, I'm very excited about this one. I got an illustrated edition of Arsène Lupin, The Gentleman Thief. This is an old collection of French tales, kind of like Sherlock Holmes, but from a thief's perspective, obviously. I recently watched the Netflix show Lupin, all 3 seasons, and I absolutely loved it. And so I was very excited when I saw this. It's a beautiful hardcover edition. And hold on, let me see here if I can show you. It's got some beautiful illustrations inside. So yeah, I am very excited about this one. It's not only going to be great to read, but also a lovely little decorative piece. So yeah, that is my first book. Again, crazy. This is in like perfect condition and it is only $1. I love the BPL. Okay, next book we have is Slouching Towards Bethlehem by Joan Didion. I absolutely love classics and I really love reading any sort of literary work, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. So I am very excited about this one. Probably this will be read alongside some sort of fantasy. I have a lot of fantasy I want to get to this summer, so this will be a great like break between some of my other fantasy books. So yeah, I'm very excited. I do love that it's essays, so it's a little bit more compact. Yeah, but very excited for this one. I've heard a lot of good things. Next, this one is interesting because I actually I haven't heard of this one before, but I read the back and I was like, that sounds right up my alley. This is called A Dreadful Splendor by B.R. Myers. It is a gothic murder mystery brimming with romance, betrayals, and chills. So this looks like a fun little novel I will really enjoy. I mean, it's not little, it's pretty thick. However, I do think it's gonna be a good time. Summer is for my fun reading, so I am very excited for this one. I'll probably read it during one of my 24-hour reading challenges, which hopefully I'll be able to film and put up on here as well. So yeah, excited for this one. Next, we have another classic. This is The Stranger by Albert Camus. I have read one other of Camus' works. I can't remember the title right now. I'm completely blanking on it, but it's something about Sisyphus. It might actually just be called Sisyphus, actually. I don't remember exactly. But either way, I've heard a bit about him in my philosophy classes. I'm a philosophy minor, so I'm very excited to read this. I really love what I've heard of Camus so far, so I think this is going to be a great one. And it's really short, so lovely little break between all my like 800-page plus fantasy novels. So yeah, that's The Stranger. Getting close to the end now. We only have 2 left. This is another classic, A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. I have never read this nor seen the movie, but I have heard good things. It's one of those classics that I just have yet to read. So I thought might as well get it, pick it up. We'll see if I actually get to it this summer or not. But I am very excited to read this one. I do love, I'm slowly starting to get into science fiction with Dune and The Three Body Problem. I haven't actually read The Three Body Problem, I've just watched the show, but I loved it. And so hopefully this, not similar vibes, but I do love science fiction, so hopefully this will be a good one for me. And then last, and kind of controversially, we have Verity by Colleen Hoover. Now, pause. I am a person who has said before, I will never read a Colleen Hoover book. I'm aware of the drama, I'm aware of the problems with her books, and you know, I'm not really interested in reading problematic books like that. Especially if they don't have any literary merit to them. I just don't see a reason to subject myself to that. However, in my book club over the spring, we were all shitting on Colleen Hoover, as you do, and one person told me, yes, her other books are bad, but if you read any of her books, read Verity. And I was like, okay, maybe someday I will read Verity. Possibly, probably. Just because I like to give people a try on my own to make my own opinion. before saying if a book is bad or not. Colleen Hoover is the one exception to that, pretty much. Colleen Hoover and Sarah J Maas, who I also have decided to read this summer and give a chance this summer. So we'll see, who knows, I might end up being a just like all the TikTok girlies and really liking Sarah J Maas. But anyways, I saw Verity and I was like, damn, it's $1 and I said I was gonna read it. This is probably a sign from the universe that I need to pick it up. So I did. I will be reading it at some point this summer for sure, because I want to get it out of the way and see what it's like. I know it's a thriller, so it's a little bit better than her romances, because that's like problematic without pointing it out as like, this is a bad thing. But this is a thriller, so you know, the bad stuff is maybe a little less problematic because it's not, the character's not supposed to be like the hero or anything. I don't know a lot about this book. I just know it's a thriller, and I know it's been told to me to be the best Colleen Hoover book, so we shall see. I'm a little hesitant, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Well, I don't know if I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what I will think about it, because I've heard a lot of very vague random things about this book, and I want to kind of read it for myself, if that makes sense. All right, so there you have it, folks. These are my reads that I have gotten from the BPL today. Very exciting. I think all of these only cost me $7, which is crazy. So yeah, go out there, support your local libraries. Happy Pride Month. And I will be reading these, and I will hopefully be back very soon with maybe some sort of book review or reading vlog, something like that. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hello again, if anybody's here from when I posted back in 2020. It's kind of crazy, 2024, revisiting the YouTube channel, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it could be fun, and I have a lot of books to read and a lot of thoughts to give. So yeah, if you have a book that you would like to see me review or read, please leave a comment down below and I will make sure that I get to it. Like I said before, I love telling people about books and giving my recommendations. So if you would like me to recommend you a book or not recommend you a book if I didn't like it, yeah, just let me know down below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!